Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world with me, Deepika, coming up in the next 30 minutes. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to hold wide-ranging talks with India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi today. Talks likely to cover proposed India-European Union free trade agreement, security cooperation and Russia-Ukraine conflict. US President Donald Trump says minerals deal with Ukraine is the security guarantee Kyiv needs against Russia, dodges plea from Britain's Starmer for a commitment of US's military support. US President Donald Trump vows March for tariffs for Mexico, Canada, extra 10% for China over fentanyl. Nahid Islam to announce a new political party in Bangladesh today, promises to fulfill aspirations of Bangladesh. In sports, Afghanistan eye historic semi-final berth as they take on Australia in the final league game of Champions Trophy. A very good morning to all our viewers joining us at this broadcast on DD India Live. To begin with the top news of the hour, elevating the India-European Union multifaceted partnership to new heights, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is in New Delhi for the first visit of EU College of Commissioners to India. The European Union Commission President will meet India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and hold delegation-level talks, likely covering the proposed India-EU Free Trade Agreement, security cooperation and the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Discussions will also focus on expanding the India-European Union strategic partnership to new areas like defence technology and energy cooperation. Ursula von der Leyen will also attend the second ministerial meeting of the India-EU Trade and Technology Council. Besides, bilateral ministerial meetings will also be held during her visit. The European Union Commission President earlier termed India as a friend and a strategic ally for Europe in this era of conflict. Meanwhile, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Thursday called on the visiting European Commission President and lauded her views on re-energizing India's engagement with Europe. Dr. S. Jaishankar further stated that the wide-ranging participation of Indian ministers and European Union College of Commissioners during the visit stands as a testimony to the importance India gives to deeper India-European Union ties. Well, this is the first ever visit of the EU College of Commissioners together to India and is also indicative of the strong momentum in EU-India relationship under the current ruling dispensation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The delegation's visit is designed to deepen and diversify cooperation across multiple sectors. The next report examines what makes this visit of EU chief a landmark achievement and unprecedented in many ways. Take a look.
Landmark visit by the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, accompanied by the European Union College of Commissioners on an official visit to India on 27th and 20th February 2025. This is first ever visit of the EU College of Commissioners together to India and among the first such visits since the start of mandate of the current European Commission in December 2024 after the European parliamentary elections were held in June 2024. India and European Union are strategic partners since 2004 and as the two sides enter the third decade of the strategic partnership, von der Leyen and EU commissioners' visit will further consolidate ties based on growing convergences. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President von der Leyen is expected to engage in comprehensive talks covering the proposed free trade agreement, defence and security cooperation and the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The Second Trade and Technology Council or the TTC is expected to convene during the visit, which aims to boost collaboration on the digital transition, clean and green technologies, trade and investment. On the anvil are collaboration on digital public infrastructure and resilience of key value chains, cooperation on global trade, strengthening AI collaboration at both bilateral and EU levels. This is President Ursula von der Leyen's third visit to India. She has earlier visited India for a bilateral official visit in April 2022 and to attend the G20 Leaders Summit in September 2023. Prime Minister Modi and President Ursula von der Leyen have also met regularly on the sidelines of several multilateral meetings. The visit follows President von der Leyen's announcement of a new strategic agenda with India to be presented this year at the EU-India Summit. Therefore, the visit puts thrust on big-ticket areas vital to security and growth of both Europe and India. The visit holds symbolic and strategic significance by setting the stage for more robust India-European Union rubric, both at the governmental and institutional levels. Sakal Bhatt's report for DD India.
US President Donald Trump and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer held a joint news conference on Thursday. And during the conference, Trump highlighted that both the countries are working for a bilateral trade agreement, while Starmer emphasized that the deal will strengthen trading relationship between the two countries.
We'll once again demonstrate the power of our country's unique friendship. This is indeed a unique friendship. It's been many years, and I think it's only gotten stronger, and we will make sure that it stays that way. We're going to have a great trade agreement. One way or the other, we're going to end up with a very good trade agreement for both countries, and we're working on that as we speak.
UK Starmer also discussed tough and fair Ukraine peace deal with Donald Trump. Starmer emphasized that Britain was ready to provide military support to back it.
We've discussed a plan today to reach a peace that is tough and fair, that Ukraine will help shape, that's backed by strength to stop Putin coming back for more. And I'm clear that the UK is ready to put boots on the ground and planes in the air to support a deal, working together with our allies, because that is the only way that peace will last.
Further, Donald Trump said that a mineral deal with Ukraine is the security guarantee Kyiv needs against Russia, brushing aside a plea from British Prime Minister Keir Starmer for a commitment of US military support. Now, US President Donald Trump has vowed to enforce sweeping new tariffs on Mexico, Canada and China, citing the ongoing fentanyl crisis. Speaking from the Oval Office on Thursday, Donald Trump confirmed that a 25% tariff on Mexican and Canadian goods will take effect on the 4th of March, alongside an additional 10% duty on Chinese imports. This latest move comes as Donald Trump accuses all three nations of failing to curb the flow of deadly drugs into the US. Notably, the fresh China tariffs will stack atop a previous 10% duty imposed on the 4th of February, raising the total to 20% now. When asked whether Mexico and Canada had made sufficient progress in curbing fentanyl shipments, Trump stated that he did not see any improvement and emphasized that the drug problem persisted. While on Friday, US President Donald Trump said that his government had good talks on Gaza and that he thought it was coming up with solutions to problems in the Middle East. Trump was asked whether Phase 2 would come to fruition at a White House press conference.
It's a rough situation, but I think we're going to make it much better. And I think that we've had a huge impact on that since we've been in just the 4 weeks. I think we've had a huge impact on Gaza, the Middle East, and we have some pretty good talks going on concerning lots of other people that are going to make it better. So we'll see what happens. Nobody really knows, but we'll see what happens. But I think we've had a very positive impact.
Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich will meet U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent in Washington next Wednesday. Now, Smotrich went to Washington in March 2023 to meet with the leaders of Israel's U.S.-based government bonds program, but did not meet any officials from Biden administration. The pro-settler had clashed with Biden officials, including then Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, over aid and banking arrangements for the Palestinians' territories. Israel announced on Thursday it was sending negotiators to Cairo for talks, seeking to extend the first phase of a ceasefire due to expire in 2 days. It aims to secure the release of more hostages while delaying any final deal on Gaza's future. The announcement came after Hamas handed over 4 bodies of hostages, the last due to be released under the terms of the 6-week first phase of the ceasefire that started on the 19th of January. Talks have yet to begin on a second phase that would ultimately lead to a permanent end to the conflict. The warring sides have not spelled out what would happen beyond Saturday if the first phase of the ceasefire expires with no agreement. Egypt and Qatar are mediating between Israel and Hamas with the backing of the United States. The initial phase of the ceasefire included the handover of 33 Israeli hostages in return for some 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees held in Israeli jails. Fighting was paused and Israeli troops withdrew from some positions in Gaza. Talks over the second phase had been meant to start earlier this month, intended to secure the release of the remaining hostages and the full withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. Israel's military on Thursday acknowledged its complete failure to prevent Hamas's 7th October 2023 attack, which was the deadliest in the nation's history. It was revealed in an internal probe published week into a fragile truce. A senior military official said that the military acknowledges it was overconfident and had misconceptions about Hamas's military capabilities before the attack. Following the probe's release, Israel's military chief general Herzi Halevi took the responsibility. He had already resigned last month, citing 7th of October failure. A ramming attack at a bus stop in northern Israel on Thursday injured 14 people. One of them was critical. Israeli police said the suspected attacker had nationalistic motivations and was a Palestinian from Yenin in the north of the West Bank who was married to an Israeli citizen. Preliminary findings indicate that he deliberately targeted the civilians waiting at a bus stop at Karkur Junction. A suspect was apprehended. Israeli-Palestinian violence has spiked in the West Bank. Israel sent tanks into the northern West Bank for the first in over 20 years on Sunday and ordered the military to prepare for an extended stay. Come March in Brazil will be singing and dancing for 15 days during the carnival, mostly at street parties known as blocos. The Indian community of Sao Paulo will be hosting their own street party called Bloco Bollywood, where they play Indian music, Bhangra drums and play Garba, with thousands of Brazilians joining the celebration of India's culture. DD India's Shobhan Saxena has filed this report on how the Indian community, Brazilian dancers and drum players are preparing for the mega carnival. Take a look.
The creators of the Indian Carnival have been organizing dance workshops at various locations, including Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center of the Indian Consulate in São Paulo. This year, Bloco Bollywood celebrate the Festival of Colors, Holi, as its theme.
This year, Bloco Bollywood theme is Holi, and today in my workshop, I did Holi songs for Brazilian students. Bloco Bollywood is a really nice thing in Brazilian Carnival because Indians and Brazilians can enjoy together Indian culture, and I'm very happy to be part of it and bring Indian culture to more people. My father is Indian, my mom is Brazilian, so dance Indian music is very important for me, then I can connect more with Indian culture.
Created in 2016, Bloco Bollywood has become the biggest Indian cultural show in South America. The free and open event is a huge street party which goes on for 5 hours. It is managed by professional dancers from India and Brazil.
I'm a Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi and Mohiniyattam dance teacher. Also, I teach Bollywood. I have been to the Bloco Bollywood since 2016, since the beginning. And for me, it's a great honor to be part of this Bloco and also to teach all Brazilians how to dance, how to go inside a Bollywood movie like that. I'm teaching Balam Pichkari to all Brazilians to enjoy and to have a great fun in Bloco Bollywood.
São Paulo has hundreds of street parties called blocos where they play their specific music. Bloco Bollywood is the only party that plays Indian music, including Bhangra and Garba.
Bloco Bollywood is the largest cultural exchange that we have between Brazil and India right now.
It started in 2016 trying to bring the Indian community to the most famous Brazilian party that we have, that is Carnival, and became an admissible event to also the community in Brazil and also the Indian community. So,
Bloco Bollywood attracts a large number of young Brazilians. There's a group of drum players from the University of São Paulo who play Brazilian drums in Indian style.
Charateria is a group of drum players, and we are associated with the University of São Paulo, and we play with the Bloco Bollywood since 2017, and since then it's been a lot of fun, and it's a very enriching experience to be part of this, and it's very fun to know a lot more about this culture and play different types of music than we generally hear in Brazil.
With a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, the Indian community of São Paulo and Brazilian artists are preparing very hard for the biggest Indian show in entire South America, called Bloco Bollywood. The Street Carnival of Indian community will happen on 1st of March. This is Shobhan Saxena for DD India in São Paulo, Brazil.
And still to come on DD India Live. Sports fraternity mourns the death of Russia's chess master Boris Spassky. Welcome back after that short break. You're watching DD India Live. Now moving on to Bangladesh, students who were at the forefront of last year's protest that ousted then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina are set to launch a political party on Friday. The Anti-Discrimination Student Movement and the Jatiya Nagarik Committee announced that they would launch their political party at Manik Mia Avenue in the capital Dhaka on the 28th of February. Earlier on Tuesday, student leader Nahid Islam has resigned from the Advisory Council of the interim government as the Information and Broadcasting Advisor amid discussions that he would join the new political party. He said that given the current situation across the country, the rise of a new political force is necessary. Nahid is likely to become the convener of the new political party. India's largest and most influential AVGC XR conference in Bengaluru, GAFX, kicked off today at the Lalit Ashok in Bengaluru. Running from February the 27th till the 1st of March, the conference brings together key industry leaders. Information and Broadcasting Secretary Sanjay Jaju, speaking at the event, hailed Waves as the first event to unite the global media and entertainment industry under one single roof.
The advisory board members have decided that the Waves is now going to be held from 1st May till 4th May in Mumbai at the Geo Center. It will be one of its kind event because this is the first time all the verticals of media entertainment are going to get together. Now we have events like this. I mean, this is one vertical, but there are so many verticals in the media entertainment pie. You have the traditional news, you have the traditional television, you have the traditional radio, you have the GAFX segment, you have the film segment, as we all know about it. You also now have the new media, you have the social media. This is arguably the world's first convergence event where all these verticals are being put together.
Waves Bazaar is a e-marketplace wherein the buyers and sellers can meet, and there is a wonderful opportunity for networking and present your products, and also it is an opportunity for buyers to identify the right products. It's a wonderful opportunity for both buyers and sellers alike. That is the Waves Bazaar. The URL of the same is also displayed in your screen. You can log into it and the registration is free. Please make the maximum use of it.
all the media and entertainment industry people across the globe are going to come there, and you will see some of the biggest names like Steven Spielberg and James Cameron and many of the technicians coming to that particular platform. This is organized by the industry, for the industry, and people like Rajinikanth, Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan ji, and as well as all the film fraternities are backing this up, and they are really putting in all the efforts to make this as a very big event.
We are an animation company. We are developing IPs for animation content, for animation, gaming, and comics as well. So we are developing a bunch of IPs right now, and one of our IPs is Academy of Gods. So we are reaching out for the broadcasters for the animation, and we did apply for Waves 2020 for the competition of IP India.
Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended greetings on the National Science Day. In a social media post on X, he said, and I quote him, "Our government is continuously working to encourage research and innovation among the youth. This is important to realize our dream of a Viksit Bharat," unquote. Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, will take part in the celebration of National Science Day at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. While Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will also attend the National Science Day celebrations in Telangana's capital of Hyderabad. National Science Day is being celebrated every year to commemorate the discovery of Raman effect made by the eminent physicist Sir C.V. Raman. The theme for this year is empowering Indian youth for global leadership in science and innovation for Viksit Bharat or developed India. It emphasizes the role of young minds in driving India's scientific and technological progress, aligning with the vision of Viksit Bharat or developed India by the year 2047. National Science Day celebrates India's scientific progress and commitment to innovation, with advancement in quantum computing, AI, geospatial technology, and climate research, alongside initiatives fostering inclusivity and young talent. India is shaping a future driven by science and technology. As the nation moves towards Viksit Bharat 2047, continued investment in research and innovation will be key to global leadership and sustainable growth. And now let's take a look at the journey of C.V. Raman, the first Asian to receive a Nobel Prize for Physics, which continue to inspire generations of science enthusiasts. Now let's get you all the latest from the world of sports. To begin with cricket first, Afghanistan will look forward to continue their flawless run at the Champions Trophy as they now gear up for a crucial clash against Australia in Lahore on Friday, knowing that a victory would secure them a historic semi-final berth. Fresh from eliminating England with a thrilling 8-run victory, Afghanistan's confidence is soaring as they prepare to face the reigning world champions. Though Afghanistan has never beaten Australia in ODI cricket, it would be confident as it go to better the Aussie side in a crucial T20 World Cup encounter. Australia, meanwhile, remain well placed for a semi-final spot after defeating England and having their game against South Africa washed out. So even if today's match is rained out, the Australians will progress, while Afghanistan will have to rely on net run rate or other results. One of the most talented players of his generation, the 10th world chess champion Boris Spassky, has passed away at the age of 88. Spassky held the title of world champion from the year 1969 till 1972, when he lost it to American Bobby Fischer in a contest later dubbed as the match of the century. Spassky showed great sportsmanship during that match in the midst of the Cold War, which he lost despite winning the first 2 games. He applauded Fischer after losing the 6th game. Spassky has represented France in 3 chess Olympiads, which is 1984, 1986 and 1988, and was seen playing in the Jardin du Luxembourg in Paris during the 1990s. Spassky had been the oldest living world chess champion so far. And that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on iOS platforms and Android. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Deepika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching DD India Live. Namaskar.